Reactive abuse can absolutely turn physical. 2 words, amygdala hijack.
Okay, so I have stories about my reactive abuse, and mine did become physical. And for years I thought it was me who was the abusive one, because of course I was told that, but I was just reacting to the emotional and mental and sometimes verbal abuse. Mostly it was just emotional, because the way I would be like insecure, or like I would feel, I'd pick up on things, you know, intuitively, and I would react to it and say something or whatever. And of course, you know, it's not always in the right way or the nicest way, which I have since grown. But they would turn around and emotionally abuse me or whatever. Like, and it wasn't always. I'm trying to gather my thoughts, because like I would just want to be treated right, you know, and not made to feel like an option, I guess. For one instance, you know, for example, but anyways, like, or like with my first husband, I would be, you know, how people would like poke you or tickle you or whatever. He would do that until I snapped. And there was one time I was like in a corner crying, begging him to stop, and he wouldn't. Another time we had a roommate, and he saw that, and he would do that to him too, and he saw right through him. So that was hopeful that I didn't feel so alone. But then when I got into my next relationship after that, I was scared that I would be abusive, because I was so brainwashed and gaslit that I thought I was the abusive one. So I have other stories about it, but I would get physically abusive just because, like, I snapped emotionally. Like, once you know, just like the video I Stitch says, I just, I felt so bad afterwards, though. I, like, always felt bad, like, what is wrong with me? And I thought it was me, and I thought it was me, and I thought it was me. But I've recently learned and due to videos and stuff that it's not, that it wasn't me, that it was a natural reaction to an abnormal amount of bullshit. Okay, to piggyback off of my last video, I know I'm wearing this because I was doing a different type of TikTok, and more fun one, I guess. But anyways, to piggyback off my other video, the reactive abuse turning physical, I was scared with my next relationship, but it still wasn't a very healthy one. So I did become physical a couple times. Not as much as with my first marriage, because that was my first love, and it was just, we were so young, and it still was an abusive relationship. And then, but now, like, I've been with my husband for 4 years, and it's the healthiest relationship I've been in. Well, my first healthy relationship. So, like, your first healthy relationship after abusive ones and abusive ones are very hard. It's very hard. But I had to fight to not become, like, a cold and mean monster. Not physically, no. But, like, I had so much, like, defense mechanisms that I learned. So, like, I had to fight to unlearn it and stay open-hearted, or, like, bust open my heart. But, yeah, I did it. I'm still a work in progress. We're all still a work in progress. But there is one time I want to talk about, is, like, with my last relationship, it would get physical. It was bad. I think it was, like, 2016. Yeah, I believe I was pregnant at the time. I don't know. But anyways, like, it got physical in public. We were out at the bus station getting on the bus, and because we didn't have a working vehicle, but it doesn't matter. But anyways, and I was getting physical with him out there, and then somebody drove by in a car yelling at us, and he yelled back, like, fuck off, basically, or something like that, and then it's just like, and of course he made me feel like the victim, and I felt bad whenever I did that. I would feel horrible, like there's something wrong with me, like why can't I stop being like this, and I don't gaslight myself like I used to about it. Like I look back and I'm like, yeah, those were abusive relationships, even though they act totally different now with like my kids, but I'm gonna probably have to make another video about this, so sorry. Make another one. Okay, so I was talking about my experience with reactive abuse. Trying to gather my thoughts, I'm sorry. So, basically, I was one that did the reactive abuse, the physical part. It wasn't always like that. There were times I would just shut down or try to just be the perfect partner, but it just didn't work. And it was the stuff was covert, so it was like really hard to not gaslight myself and think I was the abuser and everything, and it took a long time. Like I let my kids live with their dads. Like my son has been there since he was like 4. It just worked out better that way. It was just best for him at the time. And then 2 years ago, my oldest daughter, it was with her. I was hardly any help with my 2 youngest ones, and I just came to a breaking point, and I just couldn't do it anymore. Like I wasn't getting enough breaks, and I just needed to focus on my mental health first. And of course, a lot of people would have something to say about that and be like, "You're a terrible mom," and just like. The smear campaign my ex put out was just fun because like they all were like, well, that's a horrible mom, how can you walk away from your kids, blah 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 blah. And luckily he ended up blocking me, and then I couldn't see and I couldn't see his posts, and now I can't see his posts anyways because we're like, he has just set to friends, which is nice because I don't need to see that stuff. But I walked away from my youngest daughter for a year because he has her, and because I had to go no contact. And I did a lot of healing. And ever since I didn't have my kids for like, we'll just say a year because it's been like about a year that I hadn't had any of them living here with me. I've done a lot of healing. I've been focusing on a lot healing just so that I can be a better mother to them, and that needs to be more common for moms, because moms never get that. There are dads that are like that too, but I'm just saying moms are really like looked down on if you take time away from your kids. Oh my god, you can't do that. That's like, I have more to say. Sorry, I'm making so many videos about this, but I only get 3 minutes. But anyways, it just needs to be more like, what's the word? Acceptable for moms to be able to take time from their kids and not always have to like self-sacrifice all the time. Because, like, if you're sacrificing, how are you going to have anything left for your kids? So, like, how are you supposed to heal? Like, I know people can do it. I know it's possible. But I just needed the time away. And now I'm more involved in my son's life. He comes over and stays with me for, like, a few weeks at a time. And it's great. Like, we have a really good relationship than we ever did, and I'm working on that with my oldest daughter, we just went to see her in Texas in beginning of this month, and that was fun. But there's still some like there's still work that needs to be done between us. Like not necessarily on her part. Me, I'm the mom, so like I'm still working on it because she does have a lot of traits that remind me of me when I was growing up, and so it's helped me have to face myself more, and yeah, so it's a good thing. It's a good thing. So, and my youngest, I get to have her overnight on the 30th, so that's good. Like I'm getting in their lives more, and it's great. Like I'm becoming the mom that I needed, and the mom that I want to be, and the mom that they deserve. So I'm very happy about that, and I don't know, I wasn't a very good mom when they were younger. I was even abusive and physically abusive in my trauma, and like I was physically abused, so like it just like carried over, and I broke that. I busted my ass to break that because I did not want to be like that. And now when I get mad at, or whatever, if I get mad at them, I don't lash out like that. I just keep it to myself. But I don't really get mad at or upset with my kids now that much. Like my son, when he first started coming over, yeah, I got frustrated, but not that much. Now we're so alike, we just need our alone time and need the time to wake up in the morning. We both have ADHD, so like we're so similar, just great. So anyways, just thought I'd talk about all that.